Okay, back to the horrors of Sarig Yogir. I can wipe the tears away after that horrible playthrough of Snake Rattle and Roll. And Blue Tiger, you're right, this is EU3 music and it is great. So, where are we at with Sarig Yogir? So it's 1499, and we've expanded quite a bit since we started out with only this one province of this province. We annexed all the Tibetan region, and we managed to get Chagatai and Mongolia as vassals, so we consumed Chagatai. Unfortunately, it's all disgusting Sunni land, and the autonomy is through the roof, and we're probably going to have revolt risk there once the turn of the month passes and it takes tolerance into account. Well, at least our prestige isn't negative, but our karma is right in the dirt, because we've been going to war constantly. Even breaking truce, whether that was intentional or not, I think we don't need to go over that part. So, we are bleeding money since we inherited all those troops. Let's solve that problem, at least partially. We have a fort here that we're paying maintenance on. Let's also get rid of that. It's actually tempting to destroy it, so I think I will. Because if you mothball it, you pay half, which is 0.5 ducats per month maintenance. Get rid of it, you'll pay nothing. And we're still paying war reparations, but only for one more day. So our treasury should almost be positive after that. The goal of this campaign is to become an empire, for which we'll need 1,000 development. We also want to unite all the Buddhist sects, so Vajrayana, Theravada, and there's one more here that I can't see. I think it's Mahayana, but I'm probably butchering that like I butcher everything. But we have rebel problems, money problems. We don't quite have manpower problems for once, but yeah, we have our fair share of problems. Kathmandu becomes ours. Now, when provinces get occupied, it does not cancel the coring. It does stop it from ticking up further, but it's not quite the same now, is it? We're going to need everyone over here, because I imagine these Nepalese separatists are going to come along and ruin us. Ming also in the mood for ruining us. So, Uzbek. You have no friends. Your tech is worse than mine. We have Malwa as our friend down south, ensuring relative protection from any declarations from the likes of Orissa. So we'll be alright. I'm not even sure if it's worth my time getting claims on you, Uzbek, since your lands are dirt poor anyway. But it would help out a little bit with autonomy. I'm a little on the fence about it all, when I could just ram right into you. Still, my revolt situation is a little too bad for being able to do that. So we'll get some claims on the go whilst we're waiting. I mean, Nadim, at the very least, we can nab that. Our religious unity is down the toilet. It's only at 38%, so that's causing us a lot of problems for getting stab up. We have to hope for some good events now. Alright, thankfully these separatists are kind of spreading out and giving our ally Jampur some troubles. Don't tell me you're going over to Kathmandu. I couldn't be handling that. Is he? I don't even know what he's trying to do. He is. Alright, well that gives us an opportunity to destroy you with defensive bonuses in the hills. Not so sure I want my king doing that. I mean, that's a 2-stab hit if he dies, and he's 43. Alright. Get an even better general. I'll go for that. No problem. We'll use our momentum to crush you in this other place. Agricultural revolution in Garzay again? Well, the manpower there is good. Let's keep gaining it. I used to always believe in taking base tax over the manpower, but now that they're split up into 3 separate things, I'm going to focus on the manpower here. Since, well, we're not exactly making the boon dollar when it comes to taxes anyway. And it synergizes rather well with our being a horde, basically. Since we get a 50% bonus on top of it. So, come on, I know you want to come to this province as well. So, join us. Jake, I just finished 2 hours of hell. Did it go well? It went relatively well, but I still failed, because Snake Rattle and Roll is a horrible game. Ugh, just awful. Okay, even our rebels are boasting cannons these days. That doesn't bode well for us. Nothing is really boding that well for us. At least while Abelaza converted to the one true faith again. And good, he's making his way to Kathmandu. The least I can do is bunch up my units so we fight a little better. And whilst they're fighting, you folks take care of these sieges, please. This is one advantage to the rebel system. You can kind of wait them out in favourable conditions for yourself. We barely have the money to keep the conversions going, but we are going to keep them going anyway. Because I would like something of a united land. Alright, so that should deal with those rebel problems. Kangaris want to rise up in Kangra, because I remember where that... Oh, I remember that place. I broke truce to take this province. It must be good. Jake, does a province still gain nationalism when occupied by rebels? Sometimes. Ooh, religious. Yes. I am equipped to go over there. Because of our failure to pursue war against the infidel, our people are unset. This is because I have no truce timers, so please make your way up there as fast as you can, which is almost a year. Yeah. Alright, I may as well prepare for war against our religious foes. Oh, wow, they broke off pretty bad. Bukhara, welcome to the world. Welcome also Sibir. I see your technology is also lacking, and you're building a barracks and a temple for me. Thanks a lot. I shall move in and take those from you. Actually, can I one-shot you? Not quite. We'll have to leave you with 20% worth of lands, and look at that. There's 2 up there that'll hopefully do us well. I used to just give in to these guys' demands straight away, but the tolerance of heathens -2 is too bad for me. Oh, it takes forever to march around my land. The Assamese want to rise up as well. Didn't they rise up not too long ago? Okay, thankfully zealots don't really do any bad things to me. And also that missionary strength is only against heretics, so that isn't helping me out much since we don't hold heretic land. Okay, so... Ah, I see, they formed into Bukhara. But you spat outside... Oh, okay. No child can be Khan, get a 553. Don't mind if I do. Hopefully they're young as well. Very young, they're only 20. This is good, but it's a little more instability for my realm that's going to hurt quite a bit. Jake, do Uzbek cores still exist? Kazakh cores do, not the others. Alright, so Sibir have to die. Whether or not they're prepared for it. They probably are quite prepared for it, but let's make our move on Narim. It'll decrease our karma by 25. Boo bloody who, as if I have karma to worry about right now. He does have quite the army. Fortunately for us, our army is now to the north, and we're better tech than him. I might be going the way to keep Muscovy out of my lands. Seems like a good idea. So I wonder where you're going to go from there. Also, as much as I love mercantilism, I need military power badly. Tech 8 is a good one, so we're going to gun for it. Right, where are you going to go? It's all mountains around here, so I would rather you came to me. Whilst I'm thinking about that, we'll just have you here. Might even split you up so we're half and half, but... Oh dear, he is, he wants me dead. With rather a lot of troops to back that up, so... On the fence here. We will back you up though. He does less damage to me because it's my steppe lands. But he has a lot more cavalry than me. So I'll need some good rolls, or else my flank is going to get destroyed. Alright, my flank is dying, but this little malice here is what's hurting him. Not hurting him enough, sadly. Ah, they did come for me there. Okay, at least that shows me where all my troops can be. So this is not a battle we're going to win. Let's just backtrack a little bit and get him out of our country. Jake, why not accept the rebel demands? I just explained that. Malwa, absolutely. If I accept the rebel demands, then I lose tolerance of heathens. And I have a lot of heathen land, which is very revolting, so I don't want that. Okay, do me a favor and just stand still there, and I'm going to charge in and destroy you. How about you? You'll arrive on the final destination on the 1st of September. You'll be there on the 10th of September, so I can't throw in my general. Now, because it's plains, or rather steppes are plains, they're all fine. We get the bonus fighting here now. And I wouldn't mind you being fully aggressive, Mongolia. That's what I wouldn't want my vassal to do. Okay, sadly, he looted this province dry. So we'll just leave behind enough people to siege it back, and we will advance into his country. Jake, is there a Buddhist province in Indonesia? Probably, but I can't see that far right now. So we'll worry about that later. Now I'm getting the malice, but I outnumber him and out-tech him and all that, so... One thing to worry about, though, is that I have a fairly large malice to my... what am I trying to say? My discipline. I'm glad to get tech because it stops there being such a horrible malice to supply limit. Sure would love this though. Those extra tactics will make up for my lost discipline. 10% discipline loss also means a 10% loss in tactics. Conversely, a gain in discipline means a gain in tactics. Okay, so we want you to advance further, but I also want you to advance further. Kerry might seem okay, but the Buryats want to rise up too. In Altai Uriankai. Oh, of course, it's this land that I inherited because it's all wrong religion and all that jazz. At least it's in my culture. Oh, these ones aren't in my culture group. Curse you, Buryatai. Well, we'll just have to fight them once we're done with these guys. It's terrible. I'm expanding into all these dirt-poor provinces because I need to expand to get stronger. But it's also hurting me. There's little winning in this situation, but we're doing the best we can. Thankfully we can loot some money out of all this. Could get Dea's fault, but we're going to pass on that. We're going to need our admin for coring as well. And you're heading through the northern wilderland? Northern horrible crap holes. So be my guest. I'll chase you out. Our morale sinks ever further. Just trying to spread out in such a way that I can deal with taking all this land. Jake, Yarkand. Yes, Yarkand is a... Oh my god. Now what can I even do about all these separatists? Not much. We'll deal with them once we're out of this war. So, you know, we'll take more land that we are unable to really administrate well. Alright, thanks for backing us up, Mongolia. You're a real pal. We'll just chase him down, finish him off. Doesn't have many troops left. And we may as well loot the lands that we're in, since that should help us out a bit. Nice, they actually have buildings here, so... We're getting halfway civilized these days. Actually, that doesn't suit us at all. Should probably send you to somewhere that isn't so revolting right now. Do I have such a province? Well, we do have recent uprising in all of these places, but these are Yarkand guys, so they'll probably travel around all these places. Thankfully, a good chunk of them are desert, so we don't even have to worry about that too much. So who doesn't really want to rise up very much? The Kazakis don't. And where are Kazaki separatists? That's right, all the most exciting rebel-crushing gameplay here. Almaty. It'll take a while, but sure, why not? I got money to burn. Made of money to burn. Nicely done. And that should be the end of you. Meanwhile, we are definitely looting these provinces dry, since, well, we need the money. And did my general have any shock? Any siege? He did not. Alright. This is an acceptable outcome. He's going to eat dish. Bah, bloomin' humbug. Okay, that is an issue. If they're going to amass into one big, horrible 27 stack, then I'm going to have to amass everything I have into a 20 stack. Speaking of horrible, I can't just chase these guys down all day. It's a problem with these big, god-forsaken provinces. But at least you can only retreat one province right now. And sure enough, I can't be demanding land until I take a fort, and that would be his capital fort. There we go, that's the end of him. So, decisions. Do I loot this guy further? Or do I prepare for the rebel onslaught? Well, I should probably be preparing for the rebels right now, so let's get ourselves out of this country. Our finances aren't looking too bad. And that's enough of you. Alright, so the Yarkans are... Yeah, they're just going for this entire culture group. No, what they'll be doing is going for Yarkans' cores. There are rather a few. Question is, would I rather defend deserts or mountains? Probably mountains. So... You know what, Mongolia? How about you attach to me? Because I could make good use of your units right about now. If we were over in Kashgar. I like it because it has cash in the name. Also, this province has 3,000, so... Alright, we need everyone there sieging it down as is. Jake, what is your highest developed province so far? Gee, probably not more than 9. I wonder, do we have any ledgers for that now? Those probably weren't updated for it. Country, province overview. It's done by these. Okay, well Assam seems to be the best so far with a 443. So there we go, 11 would be our best, and you know, I don't think Delhi have many provinces that are below 11, they have A10. So Delhi as a nation is probably stronger than mine. If I was playing as Delhi, I'd be more comfortable than I am right now. We have a lot more rebels wanting to pop. Okay, Malwa, we're cool, right? As cool as we can be. Ming, we're not really that cool. And you there. Might as well get our relations up with Mongolia. Alright, Ming fighting out with Dai Viet again? Didn't you already chew through them? Can't get enough of that increased coring cost, can you? Okay, they're splitting up. This could be used well to our advantage, because we can get the bonus for attacking them over here. We don't have much cavalry, but I reckon we'll be alright. Jake, what bonuses does being an empire give? It takes the bonuses you get from your government type and just increases them. So as an empire horde, we'll get more loot, more force limit, more manpower. Alright, so these conditions are not very favourable for us since they're outflanking us with cavalry. But we need a good shock roll. That was not a good shock roll. Okay, we're winning this mostly through numbers. Whew. Alright, can't give up there. The Korlas need to die. And we have this, so sadly we can't take all of your land. But I want lots of it. Or do I want lots of it? There's the question. Sadly, you're too big to vassalize, which would also be a nice situation, since you'd be able to throw a lot of troops into helping us. If I take all this land, it's all horrible Sunni land that I can't convert very quickly. But it is a lot of power that I need, and I want your built-up provinces too. Very generous of you to build buildings, when I'm just going to take them. Alright, he doesn't have buildings to the north, so let's keep that in mind and take the south. So that's going to cost 510 to core all this so far. I should probably take this province so that I'm in a position to block off Muscovy ASAP. And let's take some dosh as well. As much as you're willing to give. Costs us a good bit of inflation, but that's okay. And no Diplopower because we're using the glorious Casus Belli. What could go wrong with taking all of this land? Well, at the very least, we're not getting more aggressive expansion. We got plenty of that from breaking truce, but it is dwindling away through time. In fact, only Orissa and Tirhut ever remember that we were terrible people. There we go. Only Irtesh is being missed out here. And, yeah, we're giving autonomy to everyone here, because we need to slow down the rate at which rebels are going to break my country. All this horrible autonomy. But war is peace. Jake, why are you racing towards Muscovy? Do you have something planned for them? Better to tie my horses to their posts than the other way around, or something like that. That's what I'm going with. Alright, you guys get a bit of morale back. The biggest problem with my country is that it's just too big. I get rebels over here, it takes me a year to walk over there from Assam, and vice versa. The Buryats are about to rise up, but I gotta take care of these guys first. That's plenty. Okay, at least they are not very numerous. And they'll be sticking to Buryat cores. That's strange having disjointed cores like that. Okay. They're using Yarkan's discipline. That's horrible news for me. Alright, how do we do this then? I need... You there, consider yourself the elite unit for disposing of my rebel-controlled provinces. The rest of you, prepare to march on these guys. What a shame that they're in the mountains. But our manpower can probably take it. At the very least, our man Malwa will have our back secure. Jake, will you be stronger than France when the campaign is done? Certainly hope so. Of course, all this overextension is hurting our revolt risk even further, and the Chagatai separatists are getting ready to rise up too. I left the wrong guy behind there. That was foolish of me. Alright. Change of ideas then. You take care of all those rebels. Okay, that should be plenty. The idea is that I can wipe you out, and then I'll retake the province, and then our friends will come over and try to... you'll move over to try and siege it once we take it back, and then you'll run into all of us in mountains. Rudels 37, welcome to the family. Wow, Snake Rattle and Roll brings everybody in. Okay, they can't break me unless they occupy half my country, and I'm not about to be broken like this. You folks, you're another problem, but... Oh god. Hemorrhaging everything right now. Oh, shoot, I shouldn't be going up here, not with that kind of supply limit. Would cost us on almost 200 paper mana to get all that stability back. Times are hard. Let's condense up our units. There's 7,000, right? So we'll be fine with just a little more than that. Jake, do you know if the conversion bug still works in Common Sense? You're going to have to elaborate on conversion bug there. If you mean the multiple missionaries bug, then no, that got patched out. Man, I never feel more stable than when I'm at war. Oh boy, what now? Internal conflicts because our base revolt risk is too high and our stability is too low. Probably should have focused on India and not all these piss-poor lands to the north. And here they go again, culminating whilst the Assamese separatists also want to rise up. Can't do much about that because my everything is terrible. Alright, we got this. Why do anything that's easy? Jake, I know it's early, but do you intend to block off Russia with colonization? Do you intend to just beat them into the ground? I like the beating them into the ground approach. Sounds right up my alley. Then again, I'm not really in